And here's the tail of the tape here for this 6'3" super welterweight title championship super welterweight fight. So you have Saquib Khan here, UK Slough 5-0 on his way up, and Romanian Octavian Grati, who's 8 wins, 35 losses, and 3 draws. And here we go with this 6'3" super welterweight contest. Khan in the white shorts and Grati in the black.
Okay, here we go. So we've got Saquib Khan there, 5-0 from Slough. He's 25 years old, against Octavian Grati. It says 6'3" at super welterweight.
I said all that, mate, when you were off. I don't know where you went. You disappeared for ages. I've said all that already.
Well, there we go, just to reinforce it for everybody at home. So he's an undefeated kid, 5-0. He comes with a solid backing, and people are saying that he's definitely one to watch. Octavian Grati certainly looks like he's come in shape.
I'll tell you one thing about Khan, he'll be fit. With Jim McDonald in your corner, if he's training you, the work you have to do, I've trained with Jim for a little while, for a short time, and back many moons ago, and one thing he will be is 100% fit.
He was known for it, wasn't he? I think I remember, I'm going years back here, doing some crazy strength and conditioning with people like Danny Williams and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Rolling cars up and down hills and all sorts.
Oh, caught Grati with a lovely right hand there. Did Khan. See this jumping in, you've got a little bit of an erratic style here, Grati, but because Khan's so tall, so long, that jumping in from distance, with your feet off the floor, if Khan can time that right, he's going to be in trouble here, Grati.
Grati's absolutely flying in with those left hooks.
Well, what it does, it makes your opponent defend. It makes him close up shop and make sure he doesn't take that. It looks like a big dangerous left hook or right hook, depending on which one he throws. But for someone like so long as Khan, if he can just be confident with his hands up, and then as he sees Grati come off his feet, if he takes half a step back with that back foot and then throws that long right hand on the middle, he's hitting the guy with no defence.
Yeah, Khan looks a very well put together boxer, doesn't he? Here, looks like he's been well schooled.
He's nice and fluid with his movements. You can see that, so he doesn't waste any undue energy. But he's got to be a little bit more active with the left hand with the jab. It's nice, lovely work off the ropes there.
Yeah, he's a reflex fighter, isn't he? By the look of it. Just remember not to volunteer. You want the biggest part of the ring at the back of you when you're the boxer, the mover. So putting yourself on the ropes sometimes, you can get off him quite easily. It's just not ideal. Squares your feet up means you're to be able to absorb a shot. It's a little bit worse for you, and it's hard for you to move off, defend yourself. And also, you can't generate power with any counter attack. Okay, round number 2 here. Saquib Khan, Octavian Grati. We are at the Brentwood Centre in Essex, and we're live on BBTV. Throws big swinging, looping shots, doesn't he?
Yeah, but there's no thought behind it. He just throws them. So he hasn't seen the target to hit. He just throws them. So they look dangerous, but actually they're quite easy to read. He did just take a little short shot there on the protector there, did Grati, which can be quite uncomfortable, I can assure you.
He's having a little. He's got a wry smile on his face. Let's put it that way, but they are painful.
The first jab of this round that Khan threw, he stepped behind it. It was a lovely shot. And that's all he needs. Look at it, there's lack of weight on the jab. There's nothing to stop, to deter Grati from walking up on you.
Yeah. And that left hook did land, and Khan was actually stepping to his right at the time, so.
Just a great example why that jumping in can be a real trouble for your opponent, but also it's a really stupid move at times, because just seeing Grati then throw a hook, miss,
and then he span around and he's not facing the target and can pretty much do what he wanted with it.
Yeah.
Well, you can't do that for a start. That's the first thing. That's not allowed in the rules.
Someone who used to utilise it really well from that sort of leaping left hook was David Tua. He used to utilise it well.
The one of all jumping in was Nazim Hamid.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He was the one who did it, but no, you're talking about a great fighter there. That's why you can't try and emulate people like that, because you have to have that natural gift of power and speed and timing, judgment of distance, all those things that sometimes you can't teach. You have to have them. Not quite sure about that one.
It didn't look that low to me, that one, actually, but.
Got to be careful here, though. He doesn't need the body shot. Then use that because aim for the chest. You hit him in the solar plexus. No, you hit him on the chin.
Yeah, we have seen a little replay there. It didn't look too low. But there we go. But yeah, you'd like to see the jab a little bit more, you said there. I mean, look, you can...
Stepping behind him, a little bit more weight on the shot, yeah. Make Grati know that when he makes a mistake, he's going to pay the price. He's going to feel it. That's nice left hook there from Khan.
Yeah. It's quite scrappy, it's quite messy. I mean, it's quite physically draining because obviously they're clinching a lot. I mean, any tips for working out of a clinch, Barry?
Listen, I would, for Khan, he's doing fine. He's just leaning on him, getting chest to chest, and I think against a guy, he's trying to throw some body shots and he's hitting below the belt a couple of times, but against a guy who looks stocky and can, shorter arms, they're more likely to be successful inside. So you just want, when you're inside, you want to be looking to get away. Just took a good left hook there, though, Khan. Yeah.
Yeah, and that gave Grati a little bit of impetus there because he's, for a split second there, he was trying to throw a few shots. You can't throw an elbow like that, though. And the referee does give him his warning. He's quite entertaining. He likes a bit of afters, doesn't he, Grati?
Bit of an erratic character, isn't he, to say the least.
Round number 3 of 6 rounds here. This is The Statement, courtesy of Johnny Clark from Top Tier Boxing. It's his maiden professional show, and so far some good matchups. We've seen an away corner win as well. And here we are seeing Saquib Khan in the ring against Octavian Grati. Khan 5-0, boxing out of Slough. If you're just joining us now, I am joined by former world champion Barry Jones.
Hello. Felt like I didn't respond to that. He's boxing out here, Khan. I think he switched up. Could he get that loose style? He's always going to be susceptible to the odd shot, when he sort of switches off. But use that upper body well. He's using the ropes to defend quite well. But I'd still rather see him sort of plant that front foot in the centre of the ring.
Well, Grati's got the bit between his teeth at the minute. He's really come out here trying to close the distance and throw some big shots.
But not having the success, though, is he? Because again, there's no thought behind the work.
In a sense, he's smothering his own work, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he's strong and durable, but he's not seeing the target before he throws. He's just throwing the shot and hoping it lands. The body shot there from Khan. That's better for Khan, taking the centre of the ring there.
Yeah.
Not allowing Grati to walk him down.
And also, he took a little half step back there and gave himself a bit of room, which really did pay dividends for him.
Nice work.
Yeah.
Put the spin off as well, wasn't it? Just to emphasise how clean the shots were.
Whoa. Whoa, okay. So, you okay, Barry? Barry nearly caught Grati then.
What's that? See me block him then? See me block him?
I'll tell you something, everyone. Barry Jones has still got it.
I won't pay him for that.
Because he actually nearly threw a counter right hand at Grati. But that's just the case of him launching himself in, isn't it?
Yeah, he throws blind, doesn't he? But also good upper body movement there from Khan as well. I'd say using those ropes and his upper body edge to slip the shots and span him around there. And Grati literally just went right through the centre of the gap there. There's 4 ropes, isn't there, in the boxing ring, and there's a big gap between the second and the third.
And I think he was actually aiming for you on purpose.
He couldn't hit me with a handful of rice.
But Grati's definitely looking to push the action. Khan boxing nicely.
Yeah, he is, Khan. Yeah, he's not. He's staying focused on his job. He's not getting involved in all the psychological games or the gamesmanship of Grati. He's just going about his work, keeping his composure.
And that's the thing, you mentioned keeping calm and keeping your composure. When you've got someone in front of you who's, he's sort of like, there's kidology going on, all sorts of stuff like that. They're trying to throw you off your rhythm, aren't they?
Yeah, of course they are, yeah, and it works at times. I think, and that's experience, and this is a good opponent for Cam for that reason alone. He's boxing his ears off, and he will continue to do in the rest of the fight, you would suspect. But it's about keeping your composure when you've got a guy who's being erratic, trying to rough you up, laughing at you, joking at you. I had the guy kiss me once as an amateur. I dropped him twice with 2 body shots in the first round, and when we got in close, he kissed me, and I lost my head, and he went the distance. He didn't win the fight. I won the fight clearly, but he survived, and that was the tactics. And I was 16, it was a learning experience for me. That wouldn't have happened the next time if that did happen again. I don't get many people kiss me, in the ring or out of the ring, but unfortunately, but if that would happen again, then I wouldn't lose my shape. I wouldn't lose my composure, and I would have got him out of there, in that same round.
Yeah, so it's all part of that learning arc, and like you say, you don't gain that type of experience very often, but it is something where you need to go through these eventualities.
You don't get cut very often. I mean, some fighters do, but most fighters don't. So when you do get cut, it's how you react to it. You don't get dropped very often. Some fighters do, but most don't. And it's how you react to that. All these things, what you need to learn on your way up. You don't want to get knocked down. You don't want to get cut. But if they happen to you, how you manage them, how you manage your expectations, your temperament, certainly more than anything else. You have to trust your corner to do their job with whatever the predicament is.
Yeah, and this will just be another box ticked for Khan. He's in there with someone shorter than him, bit wild, bit reckless.
Well, good right hand there from Grati, into close. Just creating a bit of space there. Just to throw that chopping right hand. Oh, good shot, good movement, everything there from Khan. Spinning off the ropes and a nice little right hand, and again, showing that good judgment of distance in the upper body movement.
Really nice spell of classy work.
Yeah. Oh. And then gets caught with that.
Well, yeah. With commentator's curse, Barry. And this is the super welterweight division, 6-3 rounds. Those just joining us, thank you for joining us. Apologies for the earlier lagging on the stream, but looks like everything's been sorted, so evening all. Thanks for tuning in and joining us live on BBTV. We're just having the mouth guard of Octavian Grati rinsed out now. Referee insisting Khan goes to the neutral corner, which is completely correct.
Well, your corner's not supposed to shout instructions while the fight's going on. They have that minute. Except when the lockdown happened,
you could hear everything.
That disappeared, didn't it?
Yeah.
Good shot. Yeah, he felt that. Khan there. He got caught when he was throwing a shot.
Yeah, that's the one time when it did land. Launched in with it and it landed, but some good back foot boxing.
Yeah, good response there, wasn't it, from Khan? Lovely work. Again, you mentioned earlier about taking a little step back, and there he just took little small increments with his feet just to create enough space to land with 2 phases of attack. Oh, again with that right hand there, Grati.
I think it does look like he's got a lot of you know, he's got a lot of tools, he's got a lot going for him, Khan. Here, hasn't he? But you know, you did mention the jab earlier, but you know, aside from that, he does look like he's got a lot of skills to work
the
with.
jab's good. I just think, you know, he can be more effective with it. And I do that leaning back thing with your height. It works for him, but I think he has to make a bigger step with that back foot because, you know, not every fighter is going to be short, and you know who's going to be the tallest fighter in the ring. You know, and then what happens then when you lean back? You're still in distance. So that's something that is usually because he's tall, but that will always be the case. So it's about getting good habits in these early in your career. Good habits. Habits are hard to shake. So get good habits, not bad habits.
Okay, round number 5 of this scheduled 6-rounder in the super welterweight division. Saquib Khan is in there, 5-0, and he's in there with Octavian Grati, 8-35-3. But again, he seems like quite an experienced kid, and again, we're seeing the matchmaking come to fruition. All the so-called home fighters are learning of something, aren't they?
Yeah, and Grati's having success when Khan makes mistakes. So that's not a great thing. But I mean, for the corner, for the coach, that's not a bad thing because you go, oh, good work there from Khan. But you'll say that's why that happened, not because, you know, he did something great and you couldn't respond. It's he caught you with a shot there because you lean back with your hands down, or you step forward, you come over the front foot, and you allowed them to get close and work away. So, you know, these things are fixable. But for the most part, he's boxing well here, Khan.
Well, we've got a stacked card for you tonight. We've got loads more fights, including a 4-man competition with 6K prize pool. So it's going to be a great night. Thank you if you just joined us. Seeing the talented Saquib Khan in the ring at the minute. Grati's played his part, you know. He's kept the pressure on, though, hasn't he? Even though it's been scrappy from him.
Yeah, well, again, I could say, repeat myself, but he doesn't. He throws his shots blind, if you like. He doesn't really see a target. He just throws it for the sake of it. Sometimes that's a defensive thing to stop the guy coming at you. And every now and again, he's got close with the feet and he's landed with that right hand over the top. But for the most part, it's been a bit like this, with Khan dominating the space, or he's back to the ropes and using that upper body movement to evade the shots and counter with light but fast and sharp combinations. Good work there from Khan.
Yeah, he saw Grati setting himself up for a good shot, and he threw 2 shots in, kept him off balance, kept him thinking. And you've just been showered with sweat there, Barry.
I've had blood on me from the last fight. I got someone tried to attack me.
Yeah, he tried to jump in at you.
Tried to attack me, and then now they're throwing like sweat all over me. Good left hook there from Grati. Oh, nice from Khan there, and a lovely spin off the ropes. See, when Grati does that, just pop him with the jab.
Yeah.
You don't have to close the distance, just pop him with the jab. If you step with the jab at the same time, your feet and hands work in unison, you can jab in and then come back out in a safe position, in a safe place. So you're not overcommitting.
6th and final round here. We've got Saquib Khan in the ring with Octavian Grati. And Octavian starts off with a good right hand in the corner there.
Yeah, good shot, wasn't it?
And Khan, I mean, I don't think there's an argument for him. He's well ahead, isn't he? He's winning the fight. But he has been made to think at times as well. He has been made to think, and it's been good to see a young prospect who sort of knows how to deal with, someone quite reckless in front of him.
Yeah, you've got a guy who again throws it from erratic angles and jumps in with the left hook, and sometimes they're hard to defend it. Oh, good shot.
And the gum shield is out. And I think I'm going to bend over and pick this over. I just can't help myself. Got my seconds license a few months ago, and I think I'm a Johnny Big Man now. But yeah, so the gum shields come out.
Good movement there from Khan again.
What do you make of him as a prospect overall then?
Yeah, he's not bad, is he? No, it's the first time I've seen him, I've got to be honest, and he was nice and fluent with his movements. I've seen like some of it on the internet, but it's the first time I've seen him live, and it's not bad. You know, it's, again, I have to say, go back to some of the things that he does that might be exposed as he goes along, about good habits and so on. But you know, I think his judgment of the distance is really good. You know, he can read what's coming his way. You know, he uses the ropes really well to spin off and twist and turn. So there's a lot of natural ability.
You mentioned training doing strength and conditioning alongside Jim McDonald back in the day. You know, fond memories, tough memories as well, though.
Yeah, it was only a short period. I didn't box again. I was going to fight, but I didn't fight again after that. But I trained in the gym for a little while, and it was good. You know, some good kids in the gym. It was in Pancras there. There was, you know, but it was a really enjoyable time.
The conditioning. I mean, it's absolutely essential nowadays to get into tip-top condition, isn't it?
It's always been essential. It's just, you know, now there's more emphasis on it because there's all fitness trainers and other people are brought into the camp. But before, your trainer did everything. That was the difference. But I would argue to say nobody's. I'm not saying maybe people are fitter and they look better, but they're not any more conditioned than fighters were back in any period of time. And I would never dispute that. They're not.
Closing in here on the final bell.
Good shot there.
There was a good shot there, yeah. And for all intents and purposes, Saquib Khan will get the winner, move to 6-0. And a bit of respect shown at the end of the fight.
Well, it was a good little test for him, wasn't it? You know, again, it was, let's be honest, it was a fight that he's never going to lose, and it played out that way. But he still had to think on his feet at times. You know, it was a guy who was, again, awkward to read, and he had to adapt to that. But he did it quite well, quite early. And again, when he got clipped with a few little decent shots out of Grati with that jumping in with those overhand rights and left hooks. I think because he carries his left hand low card, he's always going to be susceptible to a right hand over the shoulder. But, you know, I think if he gets that lean back and the step with it, the step with it's more important than the lean back. He gets that, works with that as he goes forward and up the levels. I think he'll be a more elusive, but a fighter with better balance. But he looked pretty good tonight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, after 6 rounds of action, we go to our referee's